What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you everything we know about the upcoming mech. So on Discord a few days ago, there was a modifier schedule posted. They do this sometimes just so people can see what the upcoming modifiers are in Mech Arena, and there's a certain one here you can see that says new mech ability cooldown with a silhouette of a mech, so we can't actually see what it looks like here. But in the previous Mech Arena devlog, which are some update videos about new content that's coming that they post on their YouTube channel, they talked about 3 upcoming mechs. The first one was Mimicker, who, as you might know, has already been released, and the second one was a mech codenamed Phoenix. So this mech here, you can see this image matches up with the silhouette on the modifier schedule, so we can clearly see that this is the new upcoming mech. But what exactly can this new mech do? They gave us some details in this video, so I'll explain to you guys what exactly it does. So, it's a new legendary tank mech, and when it activates its ability, it speeds up, kind of like Vortex does, and puts down a little beacon on the map, right where it is. So what you'll do, you'll activate your ability, and then rush forward with your speed to attack enemies. But, if you're killed during the ability duration, instead of dying and your mech being gone, you'll actually teleport back to your marker you placed down at the start of the ability and regain some HP. So it's basically like an extra life. It's the word they use is a revive ability. So it's a pretty crazy ability, especially for a tank to have. Vortex is super strong as a tank because it has that speed boost, which this mech also has, so that makes me think this mech might actually be pretty good. I think it even has potential to be in the top 5 mechs and actually be a meta mech, but of course we'll have to wait and see until it actually is released and we can see its stats and, you know, see how it plays against other players in PvP in the current meta. So for the modes, it's gonna be the worst, most likely in CPC. Tank mechs tend to struggle the most in CPC because in CPC you have to go capture beacons, which means, you know, running, moving long distances and through the open, which tank mechs struggle a lot at. And of course, this is why Vortex is the best tank mech, because it's able to do that but actually have extremely high speed during its nanobot field ability. This mech obviously has the same thing, but its stell is going to be slower than something like a scout, so it is going to struggle at capturing those beacons. But this mech is going to be really good in 5v5 and 2v2 deathmatch because it literally doesn't die. If it's during its ability and you kill it, it won't even die and it won't score as a kill. So what that means is that, like, you can keep attacking over and over and killing enemies, and even if they kill you, you just teleport back and you're safe. So it's actually going to be really good, especially I think in 2v2. I definitely think it's going to be a top mech for 2v2, but we'll have to wait and see about CPC, maybe 5v5. But you know, it's in deathmatch mode, your goal is to eliminate enemy mechs, and you can't even do that against this guy because he teleports away and doesn't die when you kill him, and of course he's going to damage you back. Now, what weapons are actually going to be good on this mech? Currently in the game, Sturmax and Revokers are easily the top 2 weapons. All top-end meta hangers basically exclusively use these 2 weapons because they're just so good, and either of these 2 are going to work. I think Revokers are a bit more viable on this new mech, though, than on Vortex, because Vortex runs out of resistance, and if it's at close range with Revokers, it's kind of just going to die. But if this new mech is at close range with Revokers and dies, of course it just respawns, so I feel like that makes it a bit more viable. If you're in the lower game, Ember Guns have come out to the Gear Hub, those could be pretty solid. Nade Launchers I definitely think would be a good pick, even earlier game. Disc Launchers, but obviously a lot of weapons are going to work on this thing. I don't think you want to use any artillery or long range, you know, snipers I wouldn't use on this mech. I definitely wouldn't use Jabs, Helix, Savant, Fuse Mortar, Rocket Mortar, all of those, because this mech is designed to go fight its enemies rather than hide in the back. With something like Panther, you might want to hide away and deal damage from long range, but with this mech, you're going to want to get into the middle or close range, I think, because it's okay to take risks, because obviously this mech can just revive itself if it's during its ability. So I'm personally pretty excited for this mech, but tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any videos with this upcoming mech. I'm going to try to win using only this mech. And if you really want to help to support the channel, you can now become a channel member and unlock exclusive perks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.